Our next Fuggler is Cheese from the Butt Ugly Pets line. I really can't tell if his name is Cheese or Winged Bat. I'm just gonna say both. But let's get him opened up. You can already see his ears sticking out. And here he is in his fuzziness. Very fuzzy. He's very talkative. You can really make his mouth open. Got the little ears and his hidden button back here. Button. I love his calico colors. It really works well with him. And they released some more cats. Let me know if you want to see that on the channel. I'd love to get some. I saw some pretty cool ones. That one, like orange striped cat, looked pretty cool. He has the same eyes as our pal Rico, which is pretty cool, except not one in the middle, at the top. Now, let's take a look at our next Fuggler. Here we have Codfather from the Butt Ugly Pets. Here we have Codfather from the Butt Ugly Pets line. Let's get him opened up. And from the back, and he does look like a goldfish. Not like an actual goldfish, because obviously that's what he's supposed to be, but like the little cracker. He does look like a goldfish cracker. And here he is in his drumstick shape. Very cool. He's one of my favorite Fugglers. I love that they did the goldfish design for him. That was very, very clever. Got the two rabid rabbit teeth right there. Weird that I don't have a rabid rabbit yet. I will be getting one soon. I really want that pink one from the same line. So that was about it for him. Let's see the next Fuggler. Our next Fuggler is Shameless Goof from the Gold Fug series. Let's get him opened up. Here he is. He looks like a potato and a punching bag had a baby. Very cool. Love his teeth. Very cool. He's got that mankini like thing on him, like Smile O'Reilly does from the Vacay Vibe series. And he has a loose thread right there, but if you can see, his thread is gold, so I wonder if they sewed him with golden thread. That would be a crazy hidden detail, and I'm not gonna snip that thread because of that. So pretty cool. That's about it for him. He's got the button here, but you can see the imprint a little bit, and that very metallic shirt thing, whatever this is called. I'm gonna try to get the green one too, because I really like him. Let's take a look at the next button. And the next Fuggler is the last Fuggler baby that we were gonna look at. I heard that they're getting a little cheaper with these, and that's why they don't have a diaper on, but I kind of like them without it, because you get to see like more of them, and you could probably do a tad bit more with a Fuggler baby. I love putting him like that. I saw this photo of him sitting like this that someone else took, and it's really cute. Oh, I love it. He has a blue button, just the common one. And that's pretty much it. He's got his little two teeth in there. And that's it. He's very firm. Let's take a look at the next Fuggler. Next Fuggler is Suspicious Fox from the Butt Ugly Pet series. At least I'm 90% sure it's Suspicious Fox. So this is the one I tore it off because I didn't like it, and it ended up causing more damage to the box. Not quite sure why I did that. Kind of an impulse decision. But he is supposed to be like a Pomeranian, and he does have the same build as Suspicious Fox. So let's get him opened up. And here he is in his very fuzzy form. He's got tiny little arms, and it almost looks like he has no legs. He's just kind of like he looks like a broom. But I'm pretty sure he does have little legs there. Yeah, he does. You can't see it from the back. Got his tail button. So that is pretty cool. Got his teeth in there, which are kind of buried by the fur. That's all right. He's got his pink ears and eyes that match, which I really like. That's about him. That's about it for him and his Miku teal color fur. Let's look at the next Fuggler. And here it is. We have Sketchy Squirrel from the Vacay Vibes series. We've already seen this box, so let's open it up. And here he is. I really love Sketchy Squirrel. He is one of my favorites. He just really looks like a Fuggler. He is just pure Fuggler. With the way his head shaped, his little eyes and nose. Very cool. Very fuzzy too, and squishy. He's got a very hot pink tail, which is cool. And his little button and his Hawaiian shirt, which is very cool. And it's actually not that bad of quality either. You can remove it, but I'm not going to do that because it's kind of a pain to get back on. He's got his teeth in there and his giraffe-like nubs on his head, which are pretty cool. All right, let's look at the next Fuggler. And our next Fuggler is the big shameless goof. So once again, I am going to have to move the table out of the way to show off this behemoth. He is huge and with a big smile on his face. Very cool. On the camera, it kind of looks more red, but it is like a hot pink color for his eyes and a very light blue for his everywhere else. Got some yellow eyes in there, but you can't really see it. But they are there, and they're very noticeable. I don't know why the camera isn't really picking it up. Perhaps if I move this in a certain way. Nah, somehow it just is not showing it, which is kind of sad. But I guess that just means you'll have to get one for yourself to see the full extent of this Fuggler's eyes. Now let's take a look at the next Fuggler. Our next Fuggler is one of my favorites. It is Teddy Bear Nightmare from the Fuggler Gold series. Let's get him opened up. And my favorite Fuggler ever is probably Teddy Bear Nightmare or Sir Horns-a-Lot for nostalgic reasons. But Teddy Bear Nightmare is just so cool. Especially if they did a FNAF collab, which I really want to see. I totally know what ones they could use. I mean, him obviously for Freddy Fazbear, and a Suspicious Fox for Foxy. And I think we know what we do for Bonnie. And Chica, I wonder which one they could use for Chica. They could probably get away with Squidge or Shameless Goof. My guess is Shameless Goof. That would look really good as a FNAF Fuggler. But let's look at Teddy Bear Nightmare. You can kind of see his yellow eyes when he's leaned back like that, which is pretty cool. Is he the honored one? We'll never know. He's got a squishy gold heart. He's got his little tail, which I love, his little button. He's so cute. I love him. Got his big mouth. Very firm Fuggler. And some of his ear looks like it's been chomped out, but that's just how it sits. And I like to keep it that way because it looks cool. Anyway, let's take a look at our next Fuggler. Here is our next Fuggler. It is the infamous Sasquatch from the Laboratory Misfits series. I really need that Ooga Booga. Let's get him out of the box. Wow, guys, I am almost getting tired of looking at all these Fugglers. That is crazy. So, let's look at this one. Here we got Sasquatch. It might be Sasquatch rather than Sasquatch. Say in the comments which one you think it is. He has got this tie-dye looking red and yellow and somewhat orange lava Sasquatch, which I really like. His little arms, but he has a lot of wrinkles from being in the box. I wish he could stay like this. Looks great on camera. I mean, off camera, not really on camera. But otherwise, he's cool. He's got the button eyes and his tons and tons of teeth. But let's look at our next Fuggler now. Our next Fuggler is the infamous, again, Squidge. Let's take a look. Got the hairy Fug box, as always. And I say infamous because he doesn't really look like how he should. On the box, kind of conveniently, it was covered by this white sticker that Amazon put on there. But here he is. He kind of looks like it if you kind of like do that. But I don't know. He looks way more beefy and hairy. But I guess that's just what the Hairy Fug series is about. Very cool. I love his green eyes. That's really cool. He's my only Fuggler with green eyes. So that's pretty cool to see. Not much about him. Got the button on the back. Whoa. And that's about it. Very fuzzy. Let's take a look at the next Fuggler. Our next Fuggler is one of my favorites again. We got Smile O'Reilly from the Vacay Vibes series. Let's take a look at him. And here he is with his sweatshirt-like material. I don't really know how to describe it. Bunch of lines. They're gonna use this material for the Fuggalicious food pizza. That's pretty cool. We already know what it's gonna feel like. He's got his like mankini thing he's got on. He's got some blue eyes, which I think they could have done well with the green eyes like the previous Fug. But that's just how it is. He's got his teeth in there. Very big mouth. I love his football-like head too. And his like stringy arms. Now, let's take a look at the next Fuggler. Here is the second to last Fuggler we have to show today. We got Sir Splosh from the Gold series. So let's get him opened up and have a look. Here he is with his very shiny shirt. Very cool. Got his button on the back. That nice carpety material with the two different color eyes, gray and black, which I really like that color scheme for this guy. He's got his little hands, very small, and his big oversized shirt, which is pretty cool. I wonder what his head would look like if it was up and down. So it's like kind of off to the side, like, which is pretty cool. Whoa. Now, I think it's time that we look at our last Fuggler. Quick pause the video, take a guess which one you think we haven't shown today in this video. In 3, 2, 1, comment your guesses. All right, let's see. And last but not least, if you guessed Suspicious Fox from the Fart Face series, you would be correct. One of my favorite Fugs, and probably my second favorite one that I own, Suspicious Fox. This guy is amazing. I love the burlap material. He's got very simple, just form he has here. Very fluffy tail. I've never had to like fluff up his tail or anything. It just came like that, straight out of the box, which is great. And of course, he has his feature with the lights. Now, let's see if his eyes glow. And there he is with his glowing eyes. Unfortunately, his teeth do not glow, which is kind of upsetting. I wonder if his threads glow. They do not. I don't think any of the threads glow, which would be kind of hard to do. But he does have his glowing eyes. So let's turn the light back on. And here we are with him in the light again. Very cool. Only thing is that big slit in the back of his head where the mechanic is to make him fart. But we are gonna look at that because I know at least one of you wants to see it. Let's get him back in there. And there he goes. All right. That is enough out of him. One of my favorites. Very cool design. We have Suspicious Fox. All right. Now, let's take a look at the full collection altogether. And here we have the full collection. I didn't have to put it on the floor because it was just so ginormous. Let's do a quick pan through it. Here we have some of the Fugglers from this section here. Giant Shameless Goof. We got Squidge in there, Shameless Goof again, Smile O'Reilly. We got Sore Hornslot and Suspicious Fox, my two favorite, up in the front. And we got Mr. Buttons, another Sasquatch. We got Rico, we got Sir Sploach. We got Mr. Needles and my favorite Teddy Bear Nightmare. That is very cool. I love my collection. And over here, you probably heard me tossing each box into this giant laundry basket, in which I'm now gonna have to go through and put all these boxes back into my closet. But that is gonna about wrap it up for today's video. This was a longer one, so if you made it to the end, make sure you comment which one was your favorite Fuggler and leave a special emoji. Leave it for me to figure out. I think that would be pretty fun. And if you want more Fuggler content, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my new upcoming videos. There will be one more confirmed video coming out soon, and it's a little update to the channel. I'm gonna be telling about some new things and our next subscriber goal. So like the video, comment which one was your favorite. Tell me something good that happened today, and have a good one. See ya!